Hi, I'm Rachel from Leicestershire.
And what have you just been part of?
I've just been part of the most incredible retreat in southern Spain run by your good self, Cambia Retreats, which has been an awesome experience.
How did you feel before you arrived?
I was exhausted and I was overwhelmed by things that I've been going through for the past months. Diagnosed with breast cancer in November and trying to find my way through dealing with it in a way that is both medical and natural. And I found that really challenging and quite difficult. I've been implementing it and trying to find some space and time to think about what my next plans are going to be, and struggling to look into the future actually. So I needed a break, I needed to run away and escape, and I found this sanctuary here.
Did you have any reservations before you came?
Reservations, I think before I came, to me it seemed impossible, just the possibility of coming, and that all lined up really with the conversation with you about, I wasn't sure if it was for me. I think from where I was coming from, of being used to nobody understanding what I was doing, that conversation that I had with you before I came just made me realise it was so much for me. Not just about dealing with, this is so much more than a retreat about gut health, but that foundation, knowing that you're going to be eating things that are so good for you and not inflammatory, and also that's done for you. That was a big thing for me, just the day-to-day of home life and dealing with chemo and dealing just with family life was just got too much when you're so tired, and I needed that break. So to know you're going to be so well looked at, well, I had no idea I was going to be so well looked after. But the reservations for me were travelling to see new people looking very different to how I normally look, and the things that gave me confidence that I no longer had. I hadn't really travelled on my own since being diagnosed, since losing my hair, since looking, to me, so much less well than I normally do. So I think I had a bit of an identity crisis before I left, and I needn't it for it, because I got here and everyone was so loving and welcoming and just accepted me as I am.
When you first walked in on the first evening, what were your first thoughts?
How beautiful this place was, and it was a sanctuary. I refer to my home and my room at home as my sanctuary, and I didn't know what I was going to find at the other end. I didn't know you well. We'd only had that conversation. I didn't really know where I was coming. I'd seen a quick video, but you walk through that door literally into sanctuary because it's enclosed. It's not that big, but it's big enough for everyone here to have found their own space. And the place is so beautiful to look at, but it's not just about what it looks like, it's what it feels like. And it is just so serene, and you feel safe. I think that's it. It's a sense of safety, but also the energy here is just wonderful, just wonderful.
Regarding the other people here and the mix of people, what are your comments and thoughts on that?
I know it kind of probably happened quite random as to who came with you, but I don't think you could handpick people any better for them just to gel and get on, and everybody brought something different around that amazing table where we all shared our wonderful food. Everybody was random, everybody was from very different walks of life. I think everybody turned up with different expectations and people came for very different reasons, but it didn't matter. It felt, so many people have referred to it felt like a family here. Everybody looked out for each other. I think when anyone walked in the door, everyone was looking to see, are they okay, if they had a good night. It's been a very emotional week as well, and everybody's looked out for each other and looked after each other and given them a hug when they needed it, or given them space when they needed it. So it was such a wonderful mix of people. And then for the trainers that came, the skills and the talents, and that you guys have as well, you and Mark, you just carried everybody, I think, lifted everybody actually with all of that, and it was a great mix of people. I'm going to be very sad to leave, but I know that I won't not see any of you again. I feel quite confident about that. I'm going to see everybody from here. I'll see them all again. Yeah.
What was the most poignant session for you?
So with the workshops that were being had in